All right, so e-commerce, right? Everyone thinks they know it. Click, buy, done.
Right, but there's so much more to it.
That's why we're doing this deep dive, to uncover the real story of how buying stuff online went from, well, not a thing to this huge part of our lives.
It's kind of mind-blowing when you think about it, yeah.
So to kick things off, let's just get on the same page. E-commerce, we're talking about buying and selling online, but it's more than just that, isn't it?
Way more. The sheer scale of it now, it's reshaped the entire business landscape. Used to be, reaching customers took massive investment stores, catalogs, all that.
Now it's like, what, a teenager with a laptop can be a global brand?
Exactly. That's what e-commerce has done, lowered the barrier to entry. Anyone can potentially reach a global market.
And get this, ready for a little history lesson. E-commerce, in a way, predates the modern internet as we know it.
Oh, absolutely. The roots go way back.
Like way back to the 1960s. We're talking before the moon landing. Companies were using this thing called electronic data interchange.
EDI. It was revolutionary for its time.
Sounds pretty retro now. But then the first actual online transaction, like we think of it, browsing and clicking buy, didn't happen until 1994.
Can you imagine? The item was a CD.
A CD, talk about a blast from the past, but it makes you think, why did e-commerce take off like it did? I mean, yeah, it's convenient shop anytime, endless choices.
And for businesses, lower overhead costs, no need for a physical store on every corner.
Right, but there's got to be more to it. It's not always perfect, right?
Yeah.
Customer service can be a nightmare online.
True, and sometimes you just want to try before you buy.
Yeah.
Right? Clothes, electronics, they can't do that online.
Exactly. Maybe that's why some things just haven't gone fully digital. There's still a place for brick and mortar.
Absolutely. It's about finding that balance. Plus, here's something else. E-commerce isn't one size fits all.
Wait, so it's not just Amazon. There's more to it.
Oh, yeah. There's a whole ecosystem out there. We've got B2C, B2B, C2C. It's like a whole different language.
Okay, so break it down for us. What are these cryptic codes all about?
Think of it this way. B2C, that's business to consumer. Your classic online store selling, say, those fuzzy bunny slippers you mentioned.
Makes sense. What about the others?
All right, so B2B, that's business to business. This is where businesses are selling to each other software, office supplies, all that jazz.
Okay, so it's like the behind the scenes of the business world. And C2C.
That's consumer to consumer. Basically, think of platforms like eBay or Craigslist where people sell their used stuff to each other.
Ah, so that's what that is. So we've got all this buying and selling happening, but how are these e-commerce businesses actually making money? Is it all just markup?
That's a great question. And it leads us to the fascinating world of e-commerce revenue models, which, trust me, are way more diverse than you might think.
So spill the tea. What are these e-commerce revenue models that are so much more diverse?
Okay, ready for this? Dropshipping. It's like something out of a sci-fi movie, right?
Dropshipping. Not ringing any bells.
It's wild. Basically, you can run a whole online store, beautiful website, the works, without actually having any of the products.
Wait, hold up. How do you sell something you don't even have?
That's the beauty of it. Customer places an order. You, the store owner, you just ping that order over to a third-party supplier.
So you're like the middleman.
Exactly. They ship it directly to the customer. No inventory, no warehouse, just pure connection.
Wow. Okay, that's pretty slick. What else?
All right, how about this? White labeling. Think of it like store brand stuff at the supermarket.
You mean like the generic cereal and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't make it, they just put their name on it. Same idea with white labeling in e-commerce.
So you're selling someone LSC's product, but with your brand.
Exactly. Tap into existing products, put your own spin on it. Brilliant.
Pretty smart. Okay, so we can't talk about e-commerce without talking about the giant in the room, right? Amazon.
Right. Got to talk about Amazon.
Started as an online bookstore, and look at them now.
It's crazy. And that book thing, that was key to their whole strategy. Back then, books, they were easy to ship. People wanted them. That's how they built their base.
And now they deliver everything. But they've had their share of controversy, right?
Oh, for sure. Labor practices, taxes, the whole 9 yards. But you can't deny their impact. They changed the game for retail.
Big time. So it's not just these huge companies anymore, is it? Anyone can sell online these days, it seems like.
Absolutely. That's the exciting part. We're seeing all these niche online stores popping up.
Yeah, it's amazing what you can find online.
It's the long tail of e-commerce. You don't need to please everyone. Just find your niche, your people.
Love that. But it can't be all sunshine and roses, right? Running an e-commerce business, I imagine it's tough.
Oh, for sure. Competition is fierce. You're up against the world, not just the store down the street. And then there's the whole trust issue.
Yeah, that's true. Hard to trust a website you've never used before.
Exactly. Building that trust, it's huge. Reviews, secure payments, making the whole experience smooth.
So it's not just about the product, it's the whole package. So all this talk about the present and past of e-commerce, it's got me thinking, where's it all going? What's next? Are we going to be like shopping in the metaverse or something?
You're not wrong to think that way.
Oh.
I mean, who knows for sure, right? But we are seeing some wild trends popping up. Mobile commerce, for one, huge.
Yeah, makes sense. Everyone's glued to their phones these days.
Exactly. So businesses have to adapt. No more clunky mobile websites. It's got to be smooth, easy, or people bounce.
Totally. Anything else?
Personalization, big one. Customers want that tailored experience.
Like those algorithms that recommend stuff? Kind of creepy how well they work.
Right, but done well, just makes the whole thing better, finds what you want faster. Oh, and get this, AR and VR coming in hot.
Hold on, are we really talking about shopping in the metaverse?
We might be. Imagine trying on clothes virtually in your living room or walking through a VR furniture store. That's the future.
That's wild. So it's becoming more than just like buying stuff. It's an experience.
Exactly. More engaging, more interactive. The possibilities are endless.
Mind-blowing. So we've covered a lot of ground here. From the dawn of e-commerce to, well, whatever crazy future awaits.
Yeah.
But for those of us who aren't trying to be the next Amazon, why does any of this matter?
That's the thing, right? E-commerce, it's not just about buying stuff. It's about how we live now. It's about options, about starting a business from anywhere, about technology changing how everything works.
So the stuff we buy is just one part of it. It's really about how the world is changing, huh?
Exactly. And honestly, who knows what's next? It's an exciting time to be along for the ride, that's for sure.
No doubt. Well, that wraps up our deep dive into the world of e-commerce. Hopefully you learned a thing or two, and maybe, just maybe, you'll look at that next online purchase a little differently.
Until next time.
Catch you all on the next deep dive.